Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Civilization 6, coming at you, as you can see, with a brand new Wonder Start. And oh boy, do we have one in store for you today. I say that every time. I don't care. It's true every time. We have a beauty in store for you. This one's a little bit different from some of the ones we've done in the past. I was just saying to chat, I actually spent might not have been 3 hours, but pretty close to 3 hours, maybe closer to 2.5, I don't know, building this map. Normally, when I do the Wonder Starts, I just load in the map in the map editor, find a wonder that I don't care to have in the map, delete it, add the one in I want in the spot, fiddle around with a few tiles for the starting city or two, and put down the starting locations and call it quits. Otherwise, you could just sit there fiddling for hours, and I don't have time for hours, right? Last night, it was like 95 degrees. I was hot. The only place where the AC is on is right here to my right. So I had the AC on, watching the hockey game, and doing this. So essentially what I did is, you've got your Bermuda Triangle, and I built around it. I put the Bermuda Triangle right by where he spawned, and away we go. So, without further ado, let's just jump right in. So, Kupe does these things. It's a lot. It's a mouthful. It's pretty crazy, and it can even be a little bit confusing to keep track of. Kupe's Voyage. Speaking of things, I can count to 16.
Count to 16.
I forget that she's going to say it, and I stepped on her glory. Sorry, lady. Nightmorphous was 16 months. Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much indeed. I indeed can show 100% bang on the nose. You have never been more right. You've never been more right. Thank you very much again, Nightmorphous, for the ongoing and continued love and support. Very much appreciated. Kupe's Voyage. You begin the game in an ocean tile. Not exactly. We cheated. Gain a free builder and +1 population when settling your first city, which we're going to do on turn 1. Which is pretty sweet. I think I'll be able to do it on turn 1 anyway. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to pop up on landing and settle. The palace receives +3 housing. That will be very handy. And +1 amenity. That will also be nice. And +2 science and culture per turn before you settle a city. So that's normally, of course, handy when you start actually in the middle of the ocean. You go looking for land. You would be falling awfully far behind awfully quickly if you weren't getting that bonus science and culture just to keep things moving. And of course, typically the housing and the amenity and the free settler and the extra population is essentially allows you to get caught up to where some of the other civs might be, because if you're started on land, you might be off searching for goodie huts, you might have found a builder or found a +1 population. Just gets you moving a little bit. As Kupe's Voyage completes as he gets onto land. Mana. Begin the game with the sailing and shipbuilding technologies unlocked and with the ability to enter ocean tiles. That is unbelievably powerful for so many reasons. Obviously, you start in the ocean typically, but being able to just go anywhere you want from the very beginning, and you get +2 embarkment movement. So you can just go explore, get city-state first meets, which are only worth 1 now as opposed to the +2 that you typically got for culture science, +4 gold. They've nerfed that. So Kupe gets a little bit of a nerf from that, but that's not bad. It's still helpful to get meets on them first, get that free envoy, get some benefits. You go and meet other civs. It allows you to move around and get a pretty easy golden age early in the game as well. So nice stuff indeed. Unimproved woods and rainforests are +1 production and additional production from mercantilism and 2 production from conservationism. From conservation. This is interesting. So previously, before lumber mills got a buff to +2 production, this became very valuable because it would instantly be almost like you had a lumber milled forest or rainforest, right? And the crazy thing is, if you can get the mercantilism, so you could if you wanted to, you could put your lumber mills on to get the +2 instead of just the +1. The +1 is a nice little start before you have your workers getting stuff done. You get lots of nice production super early in the game, which is a great start. Production early is a hell of a lot more valuable than production halfway through the game. Getting moving quick is okay with me. Now, what's interesting is that mercantilism, you get +2 production, or like +1 more. So a 2/2 rain, like say grasslands hill with trees is a 2/3. It becomes a 2/4 mercantilism, which is the same as it would be with it's the same as it would be with a lumber mill on it at mercantilism, which isn't that far away. It's essentially when you can do lumber mills on rainforest. So that's pretty cool stuff. And then the other stuff too here, fishing boats provide +1 food and a culture bomb to adjacent tiles. That could be handy a couple times here and there. Although typically fishing boats tend to be just picking up more water for you, so it's not as good as like pastures fishing culture bomb or something like that. And the resources cannot be harvested, which can be a little bit of a detriment, of course, but it's part of the theme. And then the Great Riders cannot be earned, which is a very big detriment to a culture victory. But there's also other things that can happen to help you out. They have the unique unit, the Toa, -5 combat strength to adjacent units, and you can build the Paw improvement, which is a defensive assistance. These guys used to be overpowering because it's stacked. It doesn't stack anymore, and because the Toa comes kind of late in the tech tree, it's just a little bit late on Deity to be all that powerful. If you get there quick and you rush and you go, you can do some damage. But against the Deity AI, it's a little late to be super powerful. But it's a solid unit for sure. That basically the -5 takes care of at the very least, the Deity buff that they get. And then the Maori, a building unique to the Maori, +1 culture and +1 faith to all of the city's tiles with a passable feature or natural wonder. So that, of course, means passable feature is like anything like marsh, jungle, floodplains, anything like that are all features. So that will be a lot of culture and faith. Once you build the Maori, which is a replacement to the amphitheater. So you got to build the theater square, build this building, and then boom, you're going strong. And then after flight is researched, +1 tourism to all the city's tiles with a feature or natural wonder. So really nice buff to tourism to make up for the fact you can't have the riders. And there you go. No great work slots, is like I was saying. And then the Paw is just, like I said, a defensive unit. So let's not waste any more time. Let's move on. Let's get things done. Kupe, still my favorite Civ. They're a lot of fun. A lot of people love this Civ. They like I said, they were just amazing when they first got launched. They were amazing because their ability was so crazy. It actually was 2 culture and 2 faith on every tile with a passable feature, and it was overwhelmingly powerful. And they nerfed it, and which they kind of needed to because it was just crazy. And then the Toa was just nuts as well. The unique unit with being able to, because if you could put 3 of them around a guy, that'd be -15 to their power. You just run guys over. I mean, you could just imagine early in the game, even if you're going against a swordsman, you take their strength down from like even 30 or whatever down to 15 to turn them into a warrior. It's pretty crazy. So let's go ahead and do this thing. This is on Deity, but Resting Zeus starting last week. So the last 2 Wonder Starts, and this is for information for those of you watching on YouTube. Both the Deity turn 1 save file and a King difficulty turn 1 save file are available in the description below of all Wonder Start videos. So you can check those out. You just download them, stick them in the file, and you're good to go. So here we go. We're going to pop up here and settle our city turn 1, and we can instantly build a farm. Just like that. And because we are population 2, we can jump right into a settler. And we're working a 3-3 and a 1-4. I like that. But I wonder if I don't want to lock in this like that. That's growth in 7. And settler in 9. versus... Yeah, 4 turns faster on the growth. I think I'd rather get the settler out faster. We'll work that. It's fine. Well, actually, once the settler's done, we'll drop the pop 1, but it'll pop us right back to 2 anyway. And because we're settled on culture, we are actually going to grab this tile very quickly, and then we'll be able to make a decision on jumping into this boat. So let's just do a little bit of exploring like this. So we have a city to settle down in here with this settler that we're bringing over. We'll take a look around. Yeah, I think I like this. I don't mind the fact that we're growing slow, working all that production into a quick settler, I think is the way to go. And then we're going to start off with... We have the boost irrigation already. We could very quickly get... If we go pottery into irrigation, we could very quickly be able to snag the bananas. And then, of course, we've got the dyes up here, which we'll want to get for the faith. Help with their Pantheon. And we're going to, of course, be grabbing incredible things down here. So we're going to go fishing boat. Probably fishing boat, I would imagine, with the last 2 charges of this. Deity isn't the kind of vibe for. Collector Selector. It is just about as good as it gets. Kinsho, what are you shocked at? So we're gonna go ahead next turn and get a move on. I've been babbling along here, and you guys want to see some action, so let's go. How many turns is it gonna be to get that? 3 turns. I was just kind of thinking maybe I step up here. Okay, so we got that the cocoa there, and then we just have a couple turns here to come and grab this. Once we grab this, then we'll have some other decisions to make. That there was another city spot. Oh yeah, well I mean, what are the odds, right? So you kind of want to stay in the water because you have the +2 embark. So we actually get to move 4 tiles with embark units every time. So yeah, you want to stay in the water and reveal as much as you can, as quick as you can. I think God of the Sea or Earth Goddess this game, or something else maybe. Well, God of the Sea, like the fishing boats would certainly be really, really good, but we are going to be looking at some pretty crazy appeal as well. So, you know, keeping all the trees around, or a lot of them. We'll probably do districting somewhere in here, but appeal is not a bad idea. But the fishing boats is probably what I'm thinking. It's not a super easy choice. Let's keep moving around here through the islands. So 2 turns. Let's get back into the city, and then we can jump into the water and fix that up next turn. I don't want to waste any time. And just keep moving. We're going to want to get into a scout, obviously, as well. Or you know what I could even do is you might even want to go warrior, because you're not going to spend a lot of time on land. It might be just as valuable to have a warrior, and then that way, if you ever see barb camps, the warrior can jump on to land and go ahead and snag the barb camp too, right? Yeah, it's hard to turn down. You're absolutely right. It's hard to turn down the Kupe. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. You bring light in. How you doing? Good to see you. So we're going to snag this fishing boat, which is, of course, going to snag us this tile here as well. And this is where you have to start making some decisions, because we've run into this before, where you have these unbelievably good tiles, obviously with, like, say, ridiculous science, 16 of it. So this is going to help us grow, and we'll be able to run a fishing boat here as well. So there's going to be tons of food. It slows down the settler, but it's growth is going to lead to being able to work more tiles. So even though we're not working the production and we slow down our settler, in 3 turns we'll be able to work say the 1-4 and get back and things. Whereas if we turn some of this off, okay, we might getting the production for the settler out sooner, but we're going to be a lot longer to working more tiles. And when you have this many good tiles, growth is always the favored decision. And then of course it's hard to turn down the 16 science. Bermuda Triangle, yep. +5, so it's a 3-tile wonder, and it gives +5 science to adjacent tiles. So any tile that has 2 of them adjacent gets +10, and then of course if it just has 1 adjacent, it gets +5. No, I'm not going to do that. Don't worry, Kensho. Hey, Zondag. How's life? Life is good. Zondag, this does not have secret societies, but we will be doing secret societies both tomorrow and Wednesday. We'll be doing 2 different secret society runs in the next 2 days. Kevin Curry, thank you for the alert.
I thought clay must feel happy in the good potter's hand.
So we got this fishing boat, and we've got this fishing boat. There's craftsmanship boost. And, I mean, we're going to 1-turn stuff for days. It's going to be glorious. We'll go... It doesn't really matter. We'll do both of these. So once we're at pop 3 again, like I said, it's turn 6. The settler's still got 6 turns left. But the next turn, this will get shaved down a lot because we're going to probably jump on... I'll probably do the 3-3. It's hard to turn down the 3-3. Goody hat. Oh, there's goody hat right there. Okay, so let's go like this. We'll jump up and grab that goody hat. It's a possibility. We could do mausoleum. There's going to be a lot of all of these cities it's all islands. By the way, you bring light and you win the raffle for first person to bring up mausoleum. I am shocked and surprised that it took better part of 20 minutes for somebody to bring it up. Chat should be ashamed. 21 science turn 6. Yeah, seems balanced. Seems balanced.
I am fond of pigs.
Shut up, G-Force. So, in here, it's going to... Wait, what happened? Why did we not go up in population? What just happened? What is going on? The game can't handle my science. Before building a settler and growing in pop? Yeah, so chat, I see you flying by there. If anybody has any explanation as to why this is happening, I apologize if there's other discussions that you want to have. I don't know what's happening right now, but everything's... Okay. So hitting next turn fixed our problem. We are going to run God King and... I don't even have a scout. Might as well run Discipline in case we run into barbs. I don't know. That was really weird. So we're going to want to lock in the 3-3 over the 10 science. Because you got to get stuff done, right? You can't just work a 10 science tile, as nice as it is. We'll get to that tile eventually, but we need population to do it. So I'm going to jump back on the settler, which will be done in 3. So when we get to pop 4, it'll basically go back down 3. Perfectly balanced natural wonder Doom World. Well, the thing is about this natural wonder is there's nothing wrong with the balance of it Doom World because typically it's in the middle of the ocean and oftentimes there's not a single piece of land within reach of it, so it doesn't even make any difference other than to do the teleporting or the ship buff. Occasionally, I've seen it once or twice where there was like you could get like 1 or 2 of the tiles on your land on the third ring or whatever, but yeah. Horses on the campus tile? Yes, indeed. We'll find another campus tile. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it, Peppermint. Did you use a seed to get streamer luck for this? No. So, Collector, all of my Wonder Starts are maps that I built myself. And it's all on my YouTube. It explains it all there. Yeah. Chop the horses. Thought I guess that doesn't matter as much. 10 science, yeah. 30, 70, 95 stifling while down in Texas. We got a cold front rolled through 95 Fahrenheit. Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing, Final Line. It's completely different, right? And just like here in wintertime, you guys complain about it being, 45 Fahrenheit, and I'm outside in a t-shirt. So, it's just the reverse. On the opposite season. Okay, well, let's keep on moving. We're not wasting any time. We're not going to waste any more time. I'm going to head this way. Where's that? Oh, another goody hut there. Let's grab mining. We are... It's kind of tough. Like, we can't get this tile worked right now. We need population. It's all about the food dials. The whale's not going to be a ton of food, but we get +1, so it will be a 3 food. And that way we can work that science. So I think a builder... Our aim right now is a builder. I think. And then we get that tile going. There are, in fact, 2 science wonder tiles. Yeah, I wonder...
Who deserves more credit?
Yeah, Galapagos spawns off the coast, exactly. So Galapagos is typically more useful because Galapagos spawns right on the coast, and then you go settle a city there, and you can get all the tiles from it. Very rarely do you see Bermuda Triangle where you can get much more than 1 or 2 of the tiles. And it's typically on a little tiny island where you've only got 2 or 3 workable tiles or whatever. Okay, so let's go up this way and we'll wait for that. So getting boost is going to be essentially impossible. As one would imagine, because we're just working way too much science. Much like when we were playing as Boom Moose Teddy, you're getting so much culture and science and stuff. Like it's so hard to get the boost in time. So let's jump in the water, and I think I'm going to settle here, maybe? And then we can still settle like on this river here, and then we have a city there, city over in here. Let's go this way. Now, what's to do next? I was thinking about a warrior. In order to be able to... Oh, shoot. Lock that in. Yeah, and then we can run around with the warrior and start to discover things as well. What determines if I finish the seed or just play through the first 150 turns? My mood, I guess, for the most part. Ooh, that's big time. That's big time right there, folks. I think I'm going to lock in the 1-4 and grow 1 turn faster and build a warrior 1 turn faster. That is big time. We had just gotten pop 3. So yeah, the Maori run where we did the 192 science victory, things were going so well, and I was really enjoying the run a lot. With the start that we had, I was just like, let's go ahead and barbs. Exactly where we didn't want them. That is not good. That is not good. So that just slowed us down a lot. Getting the settler early and this happens. And then, of course, the Pericles run, which I was working on this morning, the Wonder Start run that's actually being aired, episode 1 coming out today. Again, really strong run. I was just like, you know what, I want to take this through to the end. For the most part, I don't take the runs through to the end anymore because the demand for those games are very low. Very, very low. Beyond episode 4 or 5 of any series, is fractional. The number of views. Fractional. Mythical natural wonders. Who knows? Who knows? Settle the fissure. Yes, I'm definitely going to settle the fissure here. But my hope was to have this be my second settle. I'm going to have to come over here and take care of this barb camp before that happens, though. Which is annoying. Maybe we do a little bit of settler exploring. Oh. Yeah, well, and that's the thing though, is it's not about me flying Hawaiian. I absolutely love, and you can ask Chattis, I love the late game micro. The late game micro to me is all that. And a box of chocolates. But on stream, the number of viewers plummets dramatically later in the second half of a game, and the views plummets even more dramatically to a much, much greater extent. And so I sacrifice in those instances. Let's get a monument so we can get our culture up a little bit. We could use a builder. I was thinking about buying one. We don't have a ton of gold. Let's jump that monument though. It's going to be 2 or 3 turns. There's a goody hut there, so I know what it is. I'll probably head the settler back now because we'll be able to kill this pretty quick. I'm going to have the other warrior come over as well. And do his thing.
Without imagination is craftsmanship and gives us many useful
Pyro Tin Knocker, I have not done that. Nope. When I place my star locations on, I was getting an error when I try to load the game to play. I do want to do a video on that. I just, finding the time has been almost impossible. I think was it 2 weeks ago? Kinsho, maybe you remember. I did a thing. Brahms, 27 months. 27 months, Brahmies. Thank you very much for that. We're working that. We're working that. Nothing changes. I did, like, at the beginning of a stream about... It was either might have been 2 Mondays ago. Yeah, 2 Mondays ago. I did somewhere in the first half hour to an hour of that stream, I did, like, a quick 20-minute run through of how I build the things. So you can check that out. It will likely come up with the things that you're looking for. Red dirt stacked right on top of it. A little bit of hype train going on here, folks. It's a little bit of hype train going on. Thank you very much for that. 16 months. Open civics tree. Foreign trade. Brahmies, good to see you, buddy. Hope you had a wonderful Sunday. We're not changing anything in there. I already determined that. Monument is coming in hot. We're at pop 5. I do like the science here now. Working the 3-3 and the 1-5. We don't have a massive... Well, we have a 3-1. I'd like to do the horse and the whale and the die with a builder as soon as we get the gold for it. Back-to-back follows, Melks and Powerfast. Thank you very much for the follows. You guys are the best. All kinds of hype in here early on a Monday. Well, it's evening, so it's not early, but it's early for me because I just got started. Let's go. Let's pop this boy in the mouth like that. We'll be ready to pop up here when we kill this thing.
Bronze is the mirror of the form.
I mean, it doesn't... We're one-turning everything. There's not a whole lot you can do about it at this point. Oh, wow. We finished that quick. So next turn we could pop up like that. A little later than I would have liked for that settle, but what are you going to do, right? And that builder's going to cost 215, so we can buy it 2 turns. And I'm thinking actually the 2 turns, we're going to want to do these probably, right? We're going to need multiple doors. We need to go get some goody huts.
Writing is easy.
Need to go get some goody huts. Let's see. Yeah. Buy a builder, build a builder. Absolutely bananas how fast this is going. Did you forget to give yourself goody huts after making new islands? No, I put down like... I didn't want to put down a lot. I think I put like 5 or 6 of them on all of the islands from top to bottom. Not a lot. I just gotta find time to go... I gotta go find time to go do them. That's my problem. That's my problem right there. I get this guy in the water down there. We do need to go get that one there. Single turning astrology will still in the ancient era is pretty crazy. Yeah. Single turning everything. It just got better too. Our science just got even more stupider. So we'll work the 3-1. I gotta get a builder on that right now. And then this, so this builder can do horse, whale, die. This builder can do boat, boat, die. That'd be nice to get both of these going. It's gonna be all about population too, of course, obviously.
Sometimes the wheel turns slow.
So a casual 5-1-1-10 tile in this city. Like that. Technology. I mean. What are boosts at this point, right? "21 turns left."
Every nation lives by exchanging.
We'll go here because we have the boost for it, so that's good. Fishing boat that. Now it's tougher to work this one because there's not even a single production on it, so it's a little bit tricky. I think you work the 2-3, the 2-2-1, stuff like that before you work that. That guy out. We do have irrigation. I could do this as well. I'm wondering if I want to. I worry about that because I don't even have the money to buy it. Maybe I go irrigation there. Get the extra food and gold. We could use some gold and then the pasture. I think that's. Oh, that could. Oh, it's too late now. I was gonna say I could get the boost with the quarry. That ain't happening. Still helpful. Still helpful. This would have been nice, but what are you gonna do? Mercantile isn't that far off from lumber mills. We forgot to count for the Bermuda. Maybe, yeah. A nice chicken pizza. Yeah, not bad. There's 5 jungles in there. Not too bad. Built the chicken pizza in the Pericles run this morning. How hype is that? I'd probably buy that tile. I'd probably work that faith. That 2-2-1 is nice too, but you gotta have the gold to buy it. You go for a nice pepperoni pizza. Let's see. What do we want to do? Housing is not a problem. Get a trader going. So funny. The science is so quick, but then you lose track of how expensive stuff can be as well. And it's just like, oh, what are we doing here? Yeah, let's grab the trader. I'm going to get the boost to this next turn so we can get to go on that, I guess. That's very helpful, actually. Although we've got 5 turns on early Empire still. But it allows us to turn off that card now. That gives us the boost there. Yeah, half the turns to getting to monument. That means, so basically, to give you an idea, you might think, well, I kind of like working that 10 science tile, but that would have meant going 8 more turns before the monument was done, which means 16 culture in those extra 8 turns with the monument done in half the time. Smart thoughts. That's forehead right there, folks. La 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 la. Next turn. Hey, I just wanted to let you know that all your Civ videos have helped my game tenfold. Thank you for all the content. Oh, did you hear that? That's sweet. and here we are on YouTube. So you're gonna watch this episode 1. Maybe you will. I don't know. In a week. That's me talking to you. Thank you very much, buddy. There's no better compliment, nothing that a content creator wants to hear more than words just like that. So thank you very much for that, bud. 80 gold already to buy a tile? What the heck? What's happening here? I could use a free builder. I just need all the builder charges right now. If I had a ton of gold, I could build an iron mine, but good luck with that. All right, here we go. This could be the big one. I do not think I could pass it up if it's there, and here it is. We would have pretty good time with the faith from Appeal. Obviously. We could definitely run that. We're, of course, going to have a fair amount of jungle in places. But with all the water around, you get a lot of adjacencies from the Wonder, and you end up with a lot of faith from Appeal. It's hard to turn that down. We are going to have faith gen from our special building, of course. The Maori. Faith and culture on our passable features. The big question becomes, though, would you rather just pop on that faith now? And it could be... And here's the thing. It's a very tough call, Peppermint. And I'll tell you why it's a particularly tough call. Because we don't want to chop a bunch of stuff down in the capital, which would be normal settler spam theory, right? We'll chop down some districts and stuff like that. Maybe we'll do like something like out in here or whatever. So we have some chops into settlers, for instance. But we can't even chop the stone if we wanted to. We can't chop the deer if we wanted to. We'd like to keep the passable features for our special building. And so having a super crazy faith gen into a monumentality golden age would be super ideal. Because that way we could buy 3 or 4 settlers and speed that thing up. I feel like I can't turn down Earth Goddess here. As much as I'd love to throw a couple extra production in here and a couple of extra production in here, and you know what, it helps, say, a city here. It would help the city here with an extra production or 2. But that when you think about what 4, 5, 6 settlers would buy you in production later, it is just so much more. I don't think I can turn it down. As much as I would love to go with the fishing boats, I think you'd be crazy not to take all this faith. It's gonna be too much. I think it is gonna be too much, assuming it's available. Here it is right there. So yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it. Gotta do it. It's mine. Boom. All the faith. All the faith. Look at that. All of a sudden, 9.4 right out of the gate. Now, we got a manager pop in here. We're at 6 pop. I do not want to work that tile. I think we work this. So we work these 3. I want to work that. I want to work that and that. This doesn't have the faith on it, but it's too good at 3-3. And I'm about to go improve it as well. And we could eat some of the jungle to help improve it as well, right? Yeah, you can't turn on the 1-5. Oh, it's got faith on it as well anyway. And then over here, we're at the faith too. So yeah, we're working so much faith. We're at 11.5 already. Yeah. In fact, what I'm going to do, chat, I'm sorry, I've missed all kinds of stuff in chat. Like, all kinds of stuff. And I apologize. I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. I'm going to just do maybe a couple more turns in this episode. City-state here. Industrial. Any guesses who it could be? Chat? Anybody? That's 3-year score there. We got to go and get this goody hut. There's the 3-2-3, or sorry, the 3-2. I wonder what happens on this trade route. I can't imagine they let it die, right? Or not die, but like wander off. I would imagine there's some sort of thing that stops it from making a. I think trade routes sit on a completely different plane that doesn't include movement. Don't need it. Don't need it. Real nice campus out here. We're gonna need builder charges to do all kinds of stuff. I need more people in the water. I'm gonna grab a 2-turn scout. I'm gonna transfer this to the other city. Yeah, I'm gonna get a 2-turn scout. I need more guys in the water going out and looking. We need to get this golden age. We got a bunch of stuff to do yet. Okay, that's 47 minutes. We're gonna call that episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. So far so good. So far so good. We were going to want to get into these tiles here. We're going to get a city down over in here somewhere. Little campus action there. Maybe we settle the iron? I don't know. Grab these tiles. It'll be nice to have multiple tiles grabbing the inside of these. Oh, by the way, the faith on the inside now. It'll be nice to have multiple cities grabbing these tiles, so that way, you know, it's not like one city having to work 3 or 4 of them to take advantage of the science, and then not having any good tiles to work. So you can each city will be able to work a few food production tiles, and then work some tiles in the middle. Maybe we can get a city here that can even grab one. City here grabs a couple. You know, population in these cities is going to be huge because they've got to get into these. And working these 10 science 2 faith tiles is going to be huge. But with no food production, you can't work 1,000 of them. Anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'll see you next time, folks. I hope you're enjoying this Wonder Start. This series has been taking off. It's been killing it for the channel. And you guys have been enjoying it. I really do appreciate it. Do not forget to like these videos so even more people can find them on the interwebs of YouTube. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye-bye.